The tree was all a-bustle that night on Christmas Eve. The tree was all a-tussle that night the Christmas tree. The ornaments were arguing over who was considered best, and it seemed that night only Santa Claus could put the argument to rest.
"We are the best,"
said the lights.
"We're bright and shiny too. Without the lights, this Christmas tree would be a gloomy pile of poo."
"You're not the best,"
cried the garland.
"You always break and pop, and you're the cause of all the fires. So why don't you just shut up?"
"It's us, the stars,"
bellowed the stars.
"We're quite important indeed. We make the tree mystical. We plant the creative seed."
"Oh, sure,"
grunted the tinsel.
"Remember stabbing Billy's hand? He had to get 7 stitches. Was that your creative plan?"
Then they all turned on the tinsel.
"Tinsel, you're the worst! You turned the tree into a gaudy mess! A white trash Christmas curse!"
The candy cane said at last,
"We're an ornament and a treat."
The colored bulb said in reply,
"You're sticky and
Rot one's teeth."
"Oh, what about you, oh fragile bulbs? You always dangle free and shatter into a million shards and stab those young bare feet."
They were all shouting at once and didn't hear the click, click, click. They didn't even stop a beat when in came old Saint Nick. Santa's ho, ho, ho bellowed loud, but it wasn't jolly, you see. How could the ornaments be arguing? And to think on Christmas Eve! They all stopped when they heard that sound and saw Santa standing there. And then in a calm, concerned voice, Santa said,
"Now what's the problem here?"
Then the star on top said,
"At last Santa's here and he'll set things right. Who's the best ornament on the tree? We've been arguing all night."
Then Santa looked at them and laughed a jolly laugh. He laughed and laughed so hard, he fell right clean on his sash. And then he said, with tears of joy, and to all of their surprise,
"You are all important and wonderful. Listen, I'll tell you why. You lights represent the light of Christ, a blinding, brilliant sight, and the stars represent the Star of Bethlehem that shone that holy night. The bulbs all full of color are the joy that Christmas brings, and the tinsel is the fun and happiness that Christmas morning rings. The garland is important too, because it wraps it all into one, and all the individual ornaments are the children of God's Son."
Then Santa touched his nose and gave a wink with a sparkling eye, and spread gifts all around the tree, and then took off to the sky. The ornaments were all smiling, filled with Christmas joy, and none too soon, 'cause down the stairs came a bouncing, beaming boy.